Okay, so here's what I've been dealing with for the last month and a half. So I last year was I was working. I would get up at 4 and I would go to the gym. Then I would go to work. Then I would go to school and I made all A's and I worked very hard and I was hardly getting any sleep. So when the semester was up in December, I planned a trip to go to LA because I needed a vacation and to get away from everything. Um, And when I got to LA, I was fine, but as I was there like longer, I kind of started getting sick because that flu was going around. So by the time I got to the airport from LA going back to Texas, I was so sick. Like I don't like flying, so I usually drink when I fly, and I couldn't even like drinking was like painful for me. Like I didn't even want anything. I was so sick. And the flight was really bumpy, and I don't like flying. So I had two male flight attendants in the back who actually held my hand and rubbed my back the whole flight. So yeah. So when I got off the flight, my mom picked me up, and she was wearing this like mask, this like little mask over her nose to protect her from the flu because it was going around. And she was like, "Put one on." I'm like, "I don't need it. Like I'm fine, whatever." So I didn't put it on. I was back at my place for like 2 days, I think, and then I just woke up at 5 in the morning, and I was so like I haven't thrown up since I was 15, but I was like something's wrong with my body. So I went to the bathroom and I threw up every time I moved. I threw up for 6 hours straight. It was 6 hours before I decided to finally go to the ER. So I called my mom, shipped me to the ER, although it took like 2 hours because she was sick too. So it took 2 hours for her to get to me. So I was like done. I was like literally, if I moved at all, I threw up. It was miserable. So I get to the ER, and the ER doctor treats everything. He's like, "You have an upper respiratory infection," and he's like, "You probably got a stomach bug, whatever." So they give me the anti-nausea medication and give. So they're giving me IVs so I can get the fluid. And I feel so much better already because I've been treated. And then the doctor goes, my mom's with me, remember? Doctor goes, he pulls my mom over to feel my neck, and he goes, "You have something on your neck that, like, is basically, I have a huge, like, bulge out of, it was actually, it's kind of, it's gone, now you can kind of see it, it's there. I have a huge bulge in my neck, and he needs me to get it checked out immediately." So I've been throwing up. This is like the definition of a bad day. Like I've been throwing up for 6 hours nonstop if I even moved. And now I know what the doctor is insinuating. He's insinuating that I might have cancer. So this is just not a good day. So I've taken the information and I'm trying to just not deal with it. My mom's texting one of my best friends who's a doctor, and they had said it was my thyroid already. So she texted him, like, "Brooke's afraid, it's cancer." And he goes, "You know what? Like, even if it is, it's easily treatable." So kind of comforting words for the moment. However, I'm so sick and somebody's telling me I might have cancer. And I've never had any health problems ever. I haven't even thrown up since I was 15. So definitely a heavy day. I'm like still super sick. So I'm like on my mom's couch now. I'm like not going home. My mom's taking care of me. I'm on my mom's couch, and she's waiting on me. It's like a week before I like pull myself off of the couch because I'm so sick and I haven't eaten anything, so I'm at least losing weight. So we have that going for me. And then my mom's like, "We have to get you in to get this thing in your neck checked out," and I'm like, don't need to check that out. Definitely not a problem. I think we're good. Um, but we go check it out, and he's like, "Yeah, that is your thyroid." The other doctor's like, "Yeah, that is your thyroid." He's like, "Let's get an ultrasound to see what it is." So ideally, obviously, with the ultrasound, I've learned so much about thyroids at this point. So, with the ultrasound, they're looking to see if it's solid or if it's cystic. So, mine comes back and it is a mix of solid and cyst, which the solid usually indicates cancer or something trying to become cancer. So he's like, I think we do blood work, but he's like, when he gets the results for the ultrasound, because there is a solid, he's like, you probably want to just get that out because otherwise you're going to have to watch it forever, even if it's not cancer. So we do blood work. My thyroid levels are fine. They've always been fine. Um, we do a needle aspiration, a fine needle aspiration. What is it? FNA, yeah. That is not fun. So basically, they stick Well, they numb it and then they stick a needle into that nodule in my neck and they just suck out all this liquid. So that was disgusting. It was like the first time it was done, it was tons of liquid. And anyway, so the results of that came back inconclusive. So they basically were like, well, let's just put you into surgery, and we can figure out what it is because they'll do what is it called? They do like a frozen section in surgery. But I'm not comfortable with that because when you go into surgery, it's like you might think that you don't have cancer and you're only getting this part removed. And then it turns out that you do have cancer and you wake up and your whole thyroid's been removed. So I didn't like that. So I went to go see an endocrinologist last week, and she did an ultrasound guided fine needle biopsy. So that hurt because first of all, most of the liquid had already been sucked out. Second, somebody had already been digging around in the same place she was digging around. And she was like, really, because there's like this, she said that most of it was actually cystic, and she said there was a tiny bit of solid at the very bottom. She was like digging around in there trying to get to like that little solid part. So it hurt. And now it's all like swollen and inflamed and looks like a football kind of on my neck. It's, no. So, anyways, so the moral of the story is, she did that biopsy. They sent it to California because California has like we do like a better workup. Or this one lab does a better workup of the cells. So tomorrow I find out if it's cancer or not, and if it comes back malignant, we know. Then the whole thyroid comes out. If it comes back benign, we have to come up with another plan. And if it comes back inconclusive again, which is what the first one did, then they send the other tubes, they took 2 tubes off to do some sort of like test for mutation and basically just to really determine what it is. So that is what I have been going through. And I'm still in school, but I'm kind of like on hold. Like my life is on hold right now because it's very scary. Just the word cancer, I think, is very scary. Thyroid cancer, however, usually doesn't kill people, and it's very slow growing. So there are some, if you were going to get cancer, if you had to choose any of the cancers, supposedly thyroid cancer is the way to go. However, just hearing the word cancer and thinking that I could be a candidate for cancer is not fun. So I used to eat so much Splenda. I mean, it was like embarrassing how much Splenda I put in stuff, and I'm sure that is toxic stuff. So stop doing that. Honestly, I was taking Adderall to get all my stuff done because I was getting up at 4 in the morning, working out really hard at the gym, going to work, going to school, making all A's. Like, I was taking a little pick-me-up to get through those long days. I stopped taking that. I was on an all-meat diet because it makes you thinner, or to me, it makes me like leaner. I have switched to vegetables now, so which will still make me lean, but it's a little bit less energy just because a lot of people think full protein diets cause cancer. So I have like completely uprooted my lifestyle, and I took actually it's bad now. I took my nails off. So I always have fake nails. I've had fake nails for years. I took them off. Just because the chemicals they use for that. So I've like gotten serious about this and I started juicing. So, I mean, thyroid, obviously I've asked both of the doctors, what could I have done to change this? And they both said nothing. It's genetic. It would have happened no matter what you did. So if that's true or if that's not true, I don't know. But, to prevent anything else from happening to me, I have been taking super, super good care of myself. So, yeah. So tomorrow I will find out the answers as to if my whole thyroid comes out or only half of it. So keep you posted. So anyway, the moral of the story is my hair is very frizzy. This is the moral of the story. Right here on this side.